10% to making a final decision, and the remainder for execution.
Are you running away? Ad Astra. Ah, traveler. You have come at just... You're certainly very familiar with the kind of work we do. But I'm afraid this has nothing to do with any of the above commissions. Please take this brand new Adventurers Guild notebook. The Adventurer Handbook is for recording details of your completed commissions and intel on all sorts of monsters, whereas this notebook is for recording the marvelous people and wonderful events you encounter. I hope it will be of help to you. Anyway, safe travels, travel. Ad Astra.
Hi!
You gotta try Dawn Winery's Dandelion Wine. This wine is heavenly. What would you like?
Are you running away?
Anything the knights can do for you? Hey.
Are you running away?
Hi!
Rise with the... Yoo-hoo!
Let my name echo in song! The statue is seen.
Taking it.
Full throttle!
A bitter pill to swallow.
Light it up!
The statue was seen.
Remember,
Oh, glory! Pyroclastic surge!
Sacrifice! Scared, speechless.
Forever hold your peace.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Jay?
Burn it down!
mind the side effects.
Strike a pose! Rise with the sun!
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
A bitter pill to...
Light it up!
Shower me with praise! Time to shine!
Seems like an emergency.
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
For the Lord of the Night. I got him cornered.
Glory to which none can compare! Bad move. Measly insects! Now you must
Pyroclastic surge!
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the better.
Yoo-hoo! Yeah. Ah! Light of the blazing sun!
Let the world collide! How dare you! I still
Seems like an emergency.
Lightning souls!
showing you things!
Burn it down! Wrath from the sky! The flame burns.
Mind the side effects. A bitter pill.
There are still so many places for us to explore.
I'll treat your wound. Mind the side effects.
Time to broaden our...
There is no escape.
Solidify!
This may take a little...
The times beckon. Bow your head.
Shine down.
Grow, grow, grow! Make yourselves at home!
Gather! Silence! Let the mighty be humble. Order guide you.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Solidify! A silence fills the air.
This may take a little...
Shine down.
Settle down! When the tide comes in, I shall return. Is order.
Illusion shattered.
The Temple of Wisdom!
Now you shall perish. Shine down.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Share my knowledge! Grow, grow, grow!
Even bedrock can be turned to dust. And the crowd goes wild!
The doctor will see you now.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Strike. Light it up.
Mind the side effects.
The doctor will see you now.
Taking a turn for the better.
Shower me with praise. Let my name echo.
Burn it down. Pyroclastic surge.
It's showtime! Attaboy!
Rise with the sun. Wrath from the skies.
Mind the side effects.
The doctor will see you.
Seems like an emergency.
Let's roll!
Let the world collide.
Light it up. Pyroclastic surge. Ah!
A bitter pill to swallow. Remember, health comes first.
Attaboy!
Burn it down. Light up the blazing sun.
Strike a pose.
Who wants some of this? Bam!
The doctor will see you now.
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the better.
What is this? Our fate.
Song.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Burn it down.
Attaboy!
Pyroclastic surge.
Let's roll!
The doctor will see you.
Remember, health comes first.
Rise with the sun.
Yoo-hoo!
A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects.
Time to shine.
Wrath from the sky. The flame burns on.
Can't catch me. It's showtime!
The doctor will see you now.
A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
Shower me with praise.
Bam!
going down with style.
The doctor will see you now.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Let my name echo in song. The doctor will see you.
Mine
Light it up! Try it!
seems like an emergency.
Light up the blazing sun!
The doctor will see you now.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Rise with the sun!
Let the world come alive!
Remember, health comes first.
Pyroclastic surge!
Yoo-hoo!
Mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow.
Light it up! Light up the blazing sun! Hey, not a... Oh.
I'll take the lead today. How brilliant! Strike a pose! Let my name echo!
Rise with the sun!
It's nothing. Submit! I must do my duty! Feeling lucky?
Wrath from the sky! Try and stop me! Don't waste my time.
The show be... Hey there! Umbrella warfare, I guess! A proper send-off!
Light it up! Pyroclastic surge!
Feeling lucky? Hiya!
It's not me!
Am I free? This one's got yoga. Guess I'm going home.
The end of our legacy.
deck was sealed.
Seems like an emergency.
I got him cornered. Yeah!
A bitter pill to swallow.
The deck was sealed.
Shadow of the past, mine to command.
The glory to which none can compare. Especially not when
Taking a turn for the better.
measly insects.
Target acquired.
Not my glasses! A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects. Remember, health comes first.
I got him cornered.
Bow before your king. The dead strike rose.
A bitter pill to swallow.
The deck was sealed.
Taking a turn for the better.
Locked on. Hut!
Shower me with praise.
For the Lord of the Night.
The glory to which none can compare. Especially not when I'm in a bad mood. Measly insects.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Ha! Huh.
Let the world collide!
A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects.
10 points for agility.
Remember, health comes first.
Strike a pose!
Rise with the sun!
I got him cornered. Huh. Yeah! Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Hot!
Burn it down!
Shower me with the deck was sealed now.
Mind the side effects. Seems like an emergency.
Is this really necessary?
Time to shine! Bow before your king!
A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
Light of the blazing sun!
Everything has its use.
Show a new thing!
Mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow.
Strike a pose! Let the world come alive!
Rise with the sun!
Yoo-hoo!
Burn it down!
Strike a pop!
Light it up!
The doctor will see you.
Remember, health comes first. A bitter pill to swallow.
Rise with the sun!
Yoo-hoo!
Claim these souls!
The doctor will see you.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Wrath from the sky!
Taking a turn for the better.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Mind the side effects. Seems like an emergency.
Let my name echo in song! Light of the blazing sun! Full throttle!
A bitter pill to
Strike a pose! Rise with the sun! Yeah. Yeah. Light it up!
Shower your praise! Time to shine! Bow before your king! The doctor will see you!
Remember, health comes first. Mind the side effects.
Is this really necessary?
Burn it down!
Yoo-hoo!
Taking a turn for the better.
Locked on.
Try and stop me!
Strike a pose! Let the world come along!
Shadow of the past? Mine to come.
Rise with the sun!
The dead will flee! The doctor will see you!
Breath from the sky!
A bitter pill to swallow. Remember,
I got him cornered.
Mind the side effects.
Yes. The biggest issue here is pricing. Oh, you're here. Come, sit. Not that much. I'm looking over the winery's recent production and sales reports. Don't worry, I just finished. I wouldn't go that far. It's just that the last grape harvest was adversely affected by the weather, reducing the yield. Elzer responded in time, and as such, there are no issues with the quality. What I need to do is settle on a price for them. Our supply has decreased, but demand from Mondstadt and beyond has not changed. At times such as this, pricing must be carefully considered. Precisely. When demand exceeds supply, some will seek to profit more. Our distributors are all thinking the same thing. However, Dawn Winery has no intention to gouge our customers. We've been in business for a long time, and purchasing our liquors and spirits has long become a part of life here in Mondstadt. Sullying the memories people have when they think of Dawn Winery in exchange for short-term profit is unnecessary. I'm not so poor that I'd stoop that low. Is that so surprising? Elzer was actually quite quick to accept this reasoning. In fact, he went to meet with our distributors immediately. Oh, yes. It's been a while since you've come by. Would you like me to open a bottle for you? No need to stand on ceremony, then. I was in the mood for some apple cider myself, in fact. Would you like some? The first cup poured from a fresh bottle is the most fragrant. Here.
Running away? You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Ha!
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash? Yeah!
Light it up!
Let my name echo in song! Shower me with
Claim these souls!
the glory! Such nice and there! Especially not when I'm in a bad mood. Measly insects!
Splendid! More interesting trinkets for me.
A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow.
Strike a pose! Burn it down!
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for...
Target acquired. Shadow of the past, mine to command.
The dead would blaze in dragon fire. What is called garbage?
Stop yapping. Just take it or leave it.
As per our contract. There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
Hi! Hot!
I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This version of events is as hard for me to accept as anyone. But Varco once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
Traveler, Paimon. Perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask.
Like Jean said, after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal. And I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me. But I need you two to start investigating the case. Yes, it's also time for you to get involved. No. We'd like you to launch an investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense in the meantime. If you find anything that might help his case, just let me know.
I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Traveler. You've never failed us in our time of need.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then you will have done Mondstadt a great service all the same. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the second floor. I'm counting on you.
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just...
These two are here on Jean's orders. She asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
All right. I have some work of my own, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya. All right, let's see what we can find. Nope. No idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard for Paimon or too hard for anyone outside this line of work. Human transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that? Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to think about that. Wow, these books are so fancy! Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them. Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk! The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be? Huh. What does this mean? Alright, that seems to be it for... We should go tell Jean. Oh! Vecti's calling! Let's answer!
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So, Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rhindaughter's creations, there'd be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rhindaughter's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence you just found, let's just say it could convince even those closest to him of his guilt. Perhaps even you. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo?
we should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah, well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned. Wait, that's...
Oh, sorry. I heard...
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Well, do us a favor and just forget...
Oh,
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked location.
Hi.
Light it up! Light up the blazing sun! Rise with the sun! Rev the engines! The flame burns on.
Remember, health comes first.
Light it up!
Shower me with praise. The doctor will see you now.
A bitter pill to...
Let the world collide!
Locked on.
Rise with the sun! Rev the engines! Light it up!
We should be getting close. Weird. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies. But this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole? Or smooth out the ground like the other places?
You're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
I see. A complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. Yes, he asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered have been sent for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. The second trial would likely have to be open to the public, and I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. I hope you—
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. Miles.
Mind the side effect.
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
Ah, you two. Let me know if you're ready and we'll head out. All right, follow me. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilder, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. Ms. Hertha, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Hanselman, male, 46 years old. Marital status, single. Occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, His disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. Diluc found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical. Both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Not good.
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too. I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
I see.
Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna.
The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes.
Does this map belong to you?
Yes.
Were you the one who marked these locations?
Yes.
You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable.
No.
Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have. I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you've presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not. But patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow, until someone comes along and brushes it away. Traveler, you were the one who uncovered this map, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location as well.
Can you tell us what you found?
Then, there must also have been a body.
The first marked location is near Mondstadt. Beatrice saw Albedo use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seems to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. The third marked location is in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we found the map in the hidden compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There were also claw marks around the outside, but there was no body or any remains whatsoever. The second marked location is between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery, where D-Luke saw Albedo bury the body of an adult male. D-Luke described nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to collude against Albedo, so their testimony should be trustworthy. D-Luke found teeth and a femur bone at the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of events because she was also there that night. The two should have no reason to set Albedo up. Despite her crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something like that just to get D-Luke's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. According to the forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belong to a Mondstadt citizen, and the witness account suggests that Albedo was the last person to come into contact with his body. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones? No. No. Albedo marked these 3 locations on the map found in the hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seem big enough, but unlike the first 2 locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the third location, and no witnesses saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manner of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case in the other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the third location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the hole at the third location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team. But in truth, he's the Kryta Prince, a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, Gold Rhindaughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will toward humanity, and he also still seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. Dragonspine has a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature, Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. Now that I think about it, A lot of strange things have happened on Dragonspine. I almost forgot. Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo, and we weren't the only ones. Wait a second. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the 2 cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the 3rd location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up, if this was all done by one person. Why wasn't the 3rd scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the 3rd location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you.
Astute as ever, Traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the 3rd location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to the Traveler's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations.
What?
There were indeed bodies at each location. And I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried the body on the mountain, the 3rd location marked on the map.
Actually, the Traveler Amber, Bennett, and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine.
So, someone who happens to look exactly like you?
Exactly like him?
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person.
I see. Then, it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Hello to you too.
As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Order in the court!
I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years, because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the East, Dvalin, defeated Durin in battle, and with help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach. An unsuccessful iteration of the Homunculus project.
Homunculus? Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing! By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter! How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo long ago! Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or, I should say, all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability. A powerful life force. An appearance you can change at will. Yet here you stand, formless one. Paralyzed to act. Because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices.
Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them.
There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here. And yet, their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Come on, let's go!
Hey! They're shielding the imposter!
She's trying to get away. Stop her! Don't let anyone stand in your way!
There are others trying to get in! Must be more people under her control!
Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
It's time.
All units move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's tail.
We finally have a chance to talk. But before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master Diluc picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Indeed. Follow me.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
They are all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent. But we've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. And so, we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
The top of the city wall.
Master Jean, headquarters should be secure for now. We responded in time and had enough manpower. We can even spare some for mobile support across the region.
Good. Our intel suggests that the monsters from Dragonspine could be disguised as Mondstadt citizens, so be sure to exercise caution.
Oh, and my divination revealed there are also regular people under the influence of some strange power. Not all of them are monsters.
Yes, so for those people, the aim is to subdue, not harm. Before you attack, make sure to figure out what you're dealing with.
Understood.
Are you running away?
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
Some of the people around here are acting strange. Be careful. Emergency.
Forever hold your peace.
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have managed that on our own.
I hope everyone's all right. We really appreciate the help.
Shoot, someone's coming. Help me, please! Someone help me!
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens.
It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned.
I agree. Although, it's been a while since I dealt with something this big. Oh, it's gonna be pretty exhausting.
Don't worry. I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble.
Haha! Just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced.
The power of evolution cannot be underestimated. Especially considering the fact that Durin absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies!
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated 2 who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes. The monsters slowly digested their victims. Sometimes, they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second, some teeth and bone.
The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest.
Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated the doppelganger Whopperflower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2? In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopperflower into Subject 3. Yes, that would be subject to. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So, you see, at one point, there was something hidden in that hole you found, but Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up subject to his body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture into Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence. But those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive.
You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange? Those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until, finally, it surged to the surface and seized control.
That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent. And, thus, we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do we do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to help.
We will use the power of Animo to restrain them for now. That should give the Knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright. That's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right?
Yes. So, if there are little secrets other people shouldn't know, my identity, for example, keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many!
There should not be currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defending our city.
Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice? Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Oh, you know, just a wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness the Traveler, Paimon, and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot.
Right. Now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the other areas.
Thanks, friend. May the Animo Archon protect you. I've got things covered here.
I don't like being in the middle like this. Especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is.
Get back!
Phew. That was a close one. I suppose thanks are in order, Master Diluc. I appreciate the help.
No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way.
Oh? Well, let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my ice anyway.
Suit yourself.
All right, tell me. When did you notice something was off?
The first trial.
Ah, because of the fake Hertha?
No. Because of you.
Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough?
No. You weren't nervous enough.
Tell me then, Master Diluc. When do you think I actually get nervous?
I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters, incoming.
On second thought, best not to think about it.
Burn! Ha! Ha!
Frostbite, cool it!
Verdict is...
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time.
Burn! Ha!
Cool it!
Verdict is... Ha! Ha!
Don't get frostbite. Freeze!
They're over there! Dilu, Kaya!
If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control. Don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered.
I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you.
We don't have to bring that up.
Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of the other locations.
Good luck.
Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end.
Believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial.
I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for trusting me, and for choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work, as always.
Of course. Stay safe.
I'll protect us. Yeah. Huh. 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 Hi. Huh. Yeah. Oh, huh. Yeah. Let the show begin. Huh. All right. You should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand.
As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front lines, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara.
You can count on me. I don't really know how all of this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time. So I think everything will be all right. No, it has to be.
Oh, did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara?
No, not at all. Did you need something?
I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. attacks and fighting. So, I need you to take care of yourself.
Huh? Oh, how do you know?
Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him at his word.
Oh, Dragonspine, huh? So, the city is going to be in danger.
Yes, but the Knights of Favonius will do whatever we can to protect the people.
But then, who will protect you?
Don't worry. I'll look out for myself, I promise.
Please let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Of course! Coming!
They're here! Prepare for battle!
On guard, everyone! Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock!
Looks like we've got 25 hilly churls, 2 blazing axe mighty churls, and a bunch of different slimes.
Prepare elemental countermeasures!
Roger that.
Bet you can't keep up with me!
Final warning!
I'll race you there! Go, Baron Bunny!
Engaging! Leave the wounded to me! Providing cover fire!
No escape! Go, Baron Bunny!
All units are now in position.
Hertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought.
I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser.
Don't worry. Once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again.
Albedo! Are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried.
Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock.
So, you didn't know, Amber? Then it seems Eula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for wear.
That sounds like Eula, all right. She's like an impenetrable wall, that one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well-known and reputable, without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the idea that she would disappear.
Ah, so that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved.
No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yes. And our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Hertha's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry. Barbados has already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment. Or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise. And if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due. It was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed. And I have you to thank for that, Traveler. You probably don't know it, but you've been a part of the plan since the beginning. And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return for Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha, Subject 2, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike.
Albedo's right. You were part of our plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense at our decision to keep that from you. And please, don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. The Honorary Knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that.
Aww, that means a lot.
It is us who should be thanking you, Honorary Knight.
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out. Meow-wee! These darn things are more annoying than disgusting boo sounds. Albedo, Traveler, if you run into anyone who needs a safe place to wait this out, feel free to send them to that cat's tail. I'll be here to watch over things so the tavern will be safe.
Thank you, Diona. We'll be sure to do just that.
Points for agility.
Gotta say, when I saw you on the side of the road, I thought you were hurt. Not about to whack me in the head.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way.
I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh, Traveler. Albedo, you're here!
If you're looking for somewhere safe, head to the Cat's Tail. Diona is sheltering people there. Anyone who needs help is welcome.
Got it. I'll take her there right away.
Captain Albedo, honorary knight!
Focus on the battle. We've got your back.
Scorching burn! By everlasting flame!
Come to be!
Feel this ancient power.
Time to clean up. Yep.
Thanks for the help. That was over a lot faster than I expected. I'm sure you have places to be, so don't let me keep you. Rest assured, I'll keep the people around here safe. Careful out there! I know victory will be ours!
Oh, cutie, it's you. Here to take some weight off our shoulders?
Lupercal, it's you.
Good work, everyone. We're here to help.
You've been a naughty boy. Let's spark things up a little.
Moment of birth. Time to ignite.
Come a little closer.
Whew. It's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Windbloom.
It happened a lot before?
Unleashing lightning on people? No. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. My old professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize that I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's ways, after all. And mine was a gentle old man from the Spontamod school. So you see, this time I only used gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle, even Jean would have no reason to intervene.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
You seem to be in good spirits, Miss Lisa.
Well, it's good to move about every once in a while.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
It's all my fault. I knew Klee was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Explain what?
Albedo! Traveler! Paimon!
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you needed to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Klee, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
I see. Please don't beat yourself up. Klee is...
Wait! Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
All right, fighting first, conversation later.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
Klee is known for her speed. Don't worry. She's a knight in her own right. She can protect herself.
Oh, there you are! Klee's here to help!
See? Kids are fast on their feet.
Klee to the rescue!
Those bombs. I see what you mean. She's not to be underestimated.
Klee's got this one! We won!
Great work, Klee. I'll be counting on you to protect Eula next time, too.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave it to Klee. Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Klee heard you went camping for a few days, and these monsters followed you back home.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right. So I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula would be grateful if you escorted her back to headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
It would be an honor. Klee will do her best.
That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How did we fare injury-wise?
Good! Our preparations paid off. Injuries are few and far between. I have the full record here.
Wonderful. I'll review it in a bit.
We're back!
Everyone all right?
Amber?
Yup, right as rain.
We're back! Klee kept Miss Eula safe the whole way.
That's amazing, Klee. Eula was lucky to have you.
Looks like we're still missing a few.
Reporting back, Master Jean. Mission complete.
Good to have you back safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all.
Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break.
I will. But I believe you deserve one most of all.
My work isn't finished, I'm afraid. I have a few loose ends to tie up.
Loose ends? Ah, yes, of course.
We can talk about it back at headquarters. The Traveler and Paimon should be there too.
All right. Everyone who has finished their work should head back to their quarters or to the church to get some rest.
Want to come with us, Klee? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies.
Yes! Yes!
Hi, everyone.
Venti, thank you for everything. I know there were difficult moments along the way.
Oh, well, wait. Does that mean you saw me running for my life?
Oh, no. Apologies. Just forget I said anything.
Just kidding. But you're right. It was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times.
Any notable information on the wind?
Of course. I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, well, I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger.
Durin has been isolated for centuries. But absorbing Subject 2's emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he is no longer Mother's only child, or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found that fact difficult to accept. The emotions he felt in response were quite genuine. And, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child Mother needs. This mindset arose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive, and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of Subject 2's knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin still lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
That same feeling. Ugh, it's close!
Miss Phonia. Here to make your report?
Oh, nothing much to report, actually.
Huh. Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You were in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction? And why are you alone? Did you think we were still meeting at the side gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle.
There were a lot of changes during the operation. But I imagine you missed those as well. Because you're under Durin's influence. And you have been since your trip to Dragonspine over 6 months ago. Don't move. Let's continue this discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from his power soon.
All right, the others are looking after Phonia. Please tell me you can help her.
I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
What happens next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Venti about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference.
Ah, yes. That's a relatively new tradition. Grandmaster Varka came up with the idea a few years ago.
I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexen Circle for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either.
He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, so whatever age that is.
Indeed. Anyway, the Tripartite Conference is a gathering of 3 parties: the Hexen Circle, the Animo Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights and Church of Favonius. Lord Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between Varka and the mages. Varka has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to our nation.
Yes, and now I have a request of my own. So I need the conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would.
Of course! Traveler, pass me the Dodo communication device.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
Just watch and learn. Okay, I think this should do it.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait. Barbados?
Varka?
Grandmaster?
Oops, wrong contact. Sorry, Varka, you're probably busy right now.
But considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Ah, yes. Well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
All right, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
That seems like a bit much.
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine. It's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the tripartite conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice.
Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonia's investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexencircle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented? Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no. But in terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Be right where? Here, as in this office? Hello again, everyone.
Hello, Aunt Alice. I see you've turned yourself into a giant Dodoko.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
Wow, the attention to detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexencircle, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
Huh, I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office. He's waiting for you there.
Hey, have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere. Ah! Hey, not so loud. Mini Turin, what are you doing here?
Well, actually, I've kind of been helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you floated away too fast. Yeah, I've been in Mondstadt for a few days now, but I've kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Thanks.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak off to the festival for a bit. Even though I couldn't play the games because of all the people, I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great together.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace the Durin on Dragonspine. I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into this world.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry. I should be more specific. Albedo said he can use alchemy to turn me into a human.
What?
Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in a situation like this. But I do know this. I have just as much of a right to this name. I don't want to lose to the other Durin. I know. Albedo talked to me about that. He said the Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive. Almost like a beast. But Mom created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. If I'm honest, I don't know what that will look like. If I can still be me. Once I become one with that part of him. Maybe, without a complete soul, there was never really a me to begin with. Albedo said these kinds of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. But I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning. And suppressing an evil dragon, becoming human, both sound pretty meaningful to me. So don't worry. No one is forcing me to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know? Albedo told me he's the Kryda Prince, a synthetic human. And if this works, I'll be one too. We will be the only two of our kind in the whole world. Alchemical creations allowed to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family.
Definitely. You've just gotta trust one another. Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hawkeye know about this?
Yeah. I told him I was coming here to fulfill this, duty. He didn't try to stop me. Just told me to get a move on then. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through with this. I'm a little scared, of course, but excited too. Anyway, I'm really glad I got to talk to you at a time like this. I feel a lot better now. So, thanks.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So, no unspoken rules to be aware of? I don't want to unwittingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really would be no one around to lead the Knights of Favonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. Oh. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil Durin in Dragonspine.
Oh?
And I'd also like to request some alchemical reagents from the Hexen Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First would be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Mare Javari.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Rhine-daughter.
Ah, the raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life?
Correct. Durin's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away, or millennia, but the day will come. I've spent years investigating in Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He has already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt at less than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. So, the solution is to kill him, and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Klee and I visited a fairy tale world called Simulanka. It was created by mages from the Hexen Circle, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course! It was even the home of one of M's children the other Oh, I see.
It was during that journey that I learned, with certainty, that Durin would return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remnants from the Mare Javari and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see that as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them, and so you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked the Traveler to come along. Oh, you need convincing. I thought you'd want to keep an eye on me. Who knows what sort of outlandish things I might attempt without someone to keep me in check.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved the spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another.
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
What? Why?
The Hexenzirkel trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through this trial with me? Are you ready, Traveler?
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
It's certainly in keeping with Hexenzirkel modalities.
We've been shrunken down to chess piece size.
Whoa, you're so tiny now! Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
What is it?
Nothing. It's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now I'm this size. She's always so energetic and lively. Nothing can dampen her spirits.
Don't worry. He'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
Aunt Alice, I didn't realize you'd be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
There is no escape!
Solidify!
Everyone hold hands!
Feel this ancient power.
Bow your head.
One surge time is far too slow. Dragon speed!
There is no escape!
This is more light.
Feel this ancient power.
Illusion shattered, torn to oblivion.
This is more.
Cowards, witness my great undertaking. Live!
King and Queen should present a united
witness my great undertaking.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Order guide you.
Witness my great undertaking.
It had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me.
This one doesn't seem like Alice.
Well done. But this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
You okay?
The trial awaits. Only by turning the world on its head can we see its true colors. So, it begs the question, what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns earned true freedom the moment they gained legs with which to ride. So, in the spirit of Rhine-Daughter, I'll prepare a little surprise for you. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Barbalon.
ceremony.
You honor us by presenting the last trial party.
Oh, Albedo. You're always so charming and attractive.
My great undertaking, come into being.
Stabilize.
Commit to memory.
This is order.
Witness my great undertaking.
A symphony of cannon fire!
Just don't get stuck in the barrel.
Shine down!
Live! Feel this ancient power.
We'll have order. Solidify. Settle
Our
down.
performance has yet to conclude.
Be sanctified.
I dance for you, my dear.
And now, a towering return to form!
Shine down!
Stabilize.
The curtain call has arrived.
Yes, very well done.
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest. Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie? You'll have to forgive Barbalov. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Thank you. Once you've rested up, let me know when you're free, and we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the Dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Indeed. The sooner we deal with Durin, the better.
Points for agility. Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are turned to ice.
Want to climb into my hood?
You sure? Is it warm in there?
It should take the edge off, and it might improve your mood. But I recommend finding a heat source for a more potent effect.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
We've arrived. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me. You two, stay on guard.
May Paimon ask a question?
You may?
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations. But biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So, to say we are kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons, then.
It's not so much a matter of preference. Rather, as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof. But then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans, in that I'm the only one of my kind. But soon, there will be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating prospect. Not to mention an extremely challenging one. But I understand why he came to that decision. Well, understood in the broadest sense, This project deals with both the past and future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That, primarily, is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durant become who he wants to be is a secondary consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life which the world cannot generate endogenously is to cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Favonius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Finished.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart!
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I've just removed the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. This time, Durant's body should finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Duran's influence?
The Knights will keep an eye on them. But as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durant's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Durant through alchemy are one and the same thing. Armed with this heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. Let's call it a day here.
Pleasure! We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourselves.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom Star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure we'll find out on the day off.
The Windbloom Festival is about to begin! Let's go check it out!
Rev the engines!
Hi!
Try and stop me! As you all know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that tried to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Let's give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom Star, Venti the Bard.
Wow! Amazing!
Yay!
Venti!
Huh? No way! You're really gonna pick me?
Why not? You're the perfect person for the job.
Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern?
I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom Star. If you'd like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd.
In that case, instead of a speech, how about a song? Everyone! The best bard in the land is about to begin his performance, so don't go away! Gather round and lend me your ears!
I hereby exercise the prayer of formation. Ubiquitous earth, flowing water, refining fire, fortifying wind. Traverse the 18th, worldly, and 20th passage. Emergent soul, enter the mortal realm. Elevate festering flesh into sacred blood and bone. O sages, witness my great undertaking.
How was it? Not bad, right?
Albedo, how did everything go?
Very smoothly, I'd say. We achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do, and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression, had she seen it.
She?
My master and mother, Gold Rhindaughter, a long time ago. She sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance. To find the truth of the world. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time, I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me. Get to know me and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So, for an artificial human, finding a life is, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves!
Being alive is just existing. But having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choices a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something out of a nightmare. But for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed thus far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their life around the family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds. And now, I'm a gardener too. Master never showed her face. But if the Hexen Circle knows what I've done, that means she knows as well, and gave her approval. Since devouring Nibirius, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I am truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know.
Devouring Nibirius? What's Nibirius?
It's the name of the ruler of life.
What?
Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago. But it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this. Nibirius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Nibirius are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal, and for choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course, that's what friends are for.
Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiments when I report back to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
Wanna take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom, now could I? What do you think of the Cecilia? The true feelings of the prodigal son. A sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze. Perfect for the season. Traveler, give me your hand. The mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. The Hexen Circle wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind. A secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you. So no need to open it right away.
Wow, a gift and a mystery all in one! The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
According to the sender, you are probably the only person who could make use of something like this. So I suppose it belongs with you. Well, all I did was deliver it. Although, I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal. I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Really? Oh, I'll hold you to that, you know. No going back on your word.
Of course not! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Music to my ears. Oh, I'm so happy I could fly. Oh, it's like this festival was made for me or something. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell.
cruel, said fate. Cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. Through shadows so cold, he saw wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. Thus wistfulness waned and faded into night as he stepped from the darkness and into the light.
Exploration and trial. Adventuring. Right up my...
Hey, Anefa. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That is perfectly all right. My data indicates clear skies in the coming days. Current conditions for maritime travel, optimal. I'll be ready whenever you are.
But are we really gonna set off without telling anyone again? Funny you mention it. You'll never guess who Paimon saw on the way over.
Hey! You didn't seriously think we'd let you leave without a farewell party, did you? No chance.
Yeah, come on, Traveler. We've already made all the preparations. And most importantly, how dare you try and slip away without first paying your respects to the almighty Dragon Lord!
A little bird told us you'd soon be leaving for Nodcry. So, we asked Paimon to give us a heads up before the date of your departure.
You sure it's not time to think about changing that little habit of ours?
Don't worry, we won't keep you long. Besides, everyone's there already. Shaska, Ian-san, Auroron, even the Pyro Archon herself.
You're invited too, Anefa. Shilonen has a special gift for you.
Accompaniment request accepted. Shilonen demonstrates excellent massage technique. My impression of her is exceedingly positive.
Wait, so robots like massages too? Or is it just that Shilonen really knows how you're wired?
Alright, enough with the chit-chat. Let's head to the venue.
Woohoo! Party time!
Spit it out, then.
They've set off.
Just as my calculations projected. About time I met this variable in person.
You know, every time we head to a new nation, there's always a point where it suddenly dawns on Paimon. This is it. The next chapter of our adventure has begun. This time, it was the moment she realized she just polished off the very last of her Saurus crackers. Should have stocked up better at the farewell party.
In other words, Paimon has marked the geographic coordinates from 2 minutes and 40 seconds ago as the boundary between Natlan and Notcry. This deviates somewhat from the official coordinates stored in my database.
Paimon meant more in terms of how it felt on a psychological level. Anyway, what about you, Traveler? When did it really sink in for you? Huh, that actually kind of makes sense. What about you, Anefa? Come to think of it, maybe we should be asking the other way around. So, when you came over to Natlan, what was the moment you felt like you'd left Nodcry?
In that case, probably when my sensors could no longer detect the moon's power.
The moon? You mean, that that one we can all see in the sky?
Negative. I was referring to... Huh? Here we are. Paimon, Traveler, we have arrived in Notcry.
Oh, wow!
Paimon, Traveler, welcome to Notcry.
That must be Nasha Town up ahead! That's the place you were telling us about on the way over, right?
That is correct, Paimon. It is also the most bustling commercial hub in all of Notcry.
Oh! Sounds like the perfect place to start trying out all the local specialties! Huh? Is something up, Traveler?
Paimon, this is where our spaceship landed when Lumine and I first arrived in Teyvat.
Huh? Are you sure? But how come you've never mentioned that before? Seems pretty important to Paimon.
Oh, well, because those memories are really hazy. All I remember is Lumine waking me up and us leaving the ship. But just now, setting foot on this land, I felt something. The kind of power I sensed in those moments.
Are you referring to Kuvaki?
What now?
The locals refer to it as Kuvaki. It is a unique elemental force found only in Notcry, or rather, a pure, primordial form of elemental energy. That is correct. Another similar concept I have found in my database is the primordial sea. Legend has it that long, long ago, the moon that shines in the sky above us once rose from the land of Notcry. Modern geological surveys and meteorite studies conducted in the region have since supported this claim.
So, when you mentioned being able to detect the moon's power earlier, you were referring to Kuvaki? Wait, Traveler, you're saying we might actually find your spaceship here? Do you still remember where it landed?
Notcry is surrounded by the ocean. In other words, it could have been anywhere along its coastline. Negative. Description still lacks sufficient detail to pinpoint target location.
Hey, it's okay if you can't remember everything right away. After all, it's been a really long time. Let's just do what we've always done and keep searching as we explore. Besides, what have you got to fear with your sidekick Paimon still here?
I'd be more than happy to help you out as well.
Our pleasure. Anyway, just knowing that your spaceship's here in Notcry surely counts as a big step forward, huh?
Like we've crossed another boundary?
Paimon couldn't have put it better herself. You sure are a quick learner, Inefa. Well, as the best guide in the whole of Teyvat, Paimon hereby does solemnly declare, Notcry, here we come!
Something to add to my collection.
Points for agility. It just occurred to Paimon, if we were looking to put out a missing spaceship commission, or to learn more about Nodcry, wouldn't it make sense to drop by the Adventurers Guild?
The guild is located in Nasha Town. Simply follow this road, and you'll reach it.
Huh? What in Teyvat is that? Looks kinda like a Sealy, floating around in the air like that.
That is a Kuhenki, a species unique to the land of Nodcry.
A Kuhenki? Does she have something to do with the moon, too?
Indeed it does. According to the Frost Moon Scions, the indigenous inhabitants of this land, the Kuhenki, are said to be familiars of the moon goddess, leading those who walk in the moonlight's glow to things of great importance.
The moon goddess? Don't all people here worship the Tsaritsa?
Although Nodcry lies on Snezhnaya's border regions, the people here have held their own unique beliefs since time immemorial. As I mentioned, everything in this land shares a deep connection with the moon and the sky above. The beliefs of the Frostmoon Scions seem to date back to the civilization of the angels. According to the documents in my database, even the 7 Archons did not exist at that time.
Wow! So the origin of their beliefs goes back even further than the Archon War?
Correct. At some point, you may come across some statues of their goddess. The Frostmoon Scions carved these as well.
Hey! Looks like she's floating away!
I suggest you follow her. The probability of an ordinary person encountering a Kuhenki lies in the single digits. Many here consider them heralds of good fortune.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Jay?
Is this a travel guide? Huh. It actually led us to something useful.
Are there any particular points of interest?
Oh, it all looks pretty interesting to Paimon. If we have time, she'd love to see, pretty much everything.
Recalibrating route. If we keep following the current path, we will arrive at an area of scenic beauty. From there, we will be able to identify both the Adventurers Guild and several must-visit specialty stores.
Yikes! Why is Paimon suddenly getting the feeling that if she doesn't step it up soon, enough is gonna put her out of a job?
Is this really necessary?
Town actually looks pretty big from here. Feels a bit different than Paimon imagined, though.
Which aspects in particular deviated from your expectations?
Well, Paimon keeps hearing people describe Nodcry as an adventurer's paradise. So she kind of thought it'd be a bit more picture perfect somehow.
According to legend, there was indeed an era of peace in Nodcry's past, the age of the Fae. Tales of those ancient heroes are still told today. One of the most well-known is that of the Lantern Fae. This individual performed many good deeds for Nodcry. The present-day Lightkeeper's nightly lantern patrols are, in part, a tribute to their memory. But then, one day...
What happened?
There came a devastating abyssal calamity that swept across Nodcry, and for a time it was left desolate. Heartbroken by what had become of the land they had so cherished, that Fae extinguished their light, just as the abyss had extinguished all hope. Nowadays, the paradise people speak of is more of an aspiration, or an irony, perhaps.
An irony?
Today, no official authority governs Nodcry. In theory, at least, it is somewhere a person can do whatever they wish. The Adventurers Guild is just over there, in Nasha Town's central plaza, and the flagship tavern is over that way.
Hey, what's that building over there? You know, the biggest, tallest one.
That is Aino's Boom and Blast Kuvaki energy cannon. It gets activated when the wild hunt threat level outside Nasha Town reaches a certain threshold. But according to the scan I just ran, the energy cannon appears to be malfunctioning, likely due to a recent discharge.
The wild hunt? Isn't that the abyssal calamity you mentioned that's specific to Nodcry?
It is a phenomenon that has been occurring for several centuries now. Yet the time and location of wild hunt attacks are seemingly random. At first, it was more of an old wives' tale that adults used to scare children. If you don't start behaving, kid, some night, the wild hunt's gonna come for you. Listen, do you hear that? That weeping in the fog? Those are the cries of a young woman being dragged away.
You're saying people actually hear things like that?
I have not witnessed enough wild hunt attacks to give a statistically sound answer, but the oldest legends say that all people saw was the ghostly shadow of a woman in the mist. It wasn't until later that it became a full-blown calamity. Abyssal monsters and all.
Huh. When you put it like that, Paimon's really gotta hand it to Aino. Not only did she repair you, but she's even built a giant cannon to keep the wild hunt at bay.
Absolutely. Aino is very impressive indeed. Anyway, according to my schedule, it is time I took you over to the flagship.
Oh, sure. After all, we shouldn't keep Barca waiting. Well, Paimon's not sure if he'll actually show up at the bar this early. You're right about that.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Yeah!
Here we are, the flagship.
Varka told us to meet him here in his letter, right? Let's see. Varka? Varka!
No matches, I identified.
Huh. So he isn't here after all. Oh, guess we never did actually say we'd be arriving today. Hey, why don't we go ask the owner? If what they say is true, Varka's drinking prowess must have left quite the impression.
Well, well. If it isn't the ineffable Ineffa.
Hello there, Demyon.
You know each other?
Of course. Ineffa's a regular here at the flagship.
So, robots are into booze too?
Not at all. The energy conversion efficiency of alcoholic drinks is very low, and most of them are full of impurities. Still, I can affirm that your berries and fried meat deserve a solid 9.12 out of 10. It has Aino's approval too.
Funny that you should mention that. While you were away in Natlan, Varka would come in here every day to pick up a serving of berries and fried meat for Aino.
Aww. He must have been worried sick that she wasn't eating properly on account of being so hung up about Ineffa being gone.
Actually it's 'cause Varka found out that Aino went wild after Ineffa left, gorging herself on snacks she normally couldn't get her hands on. So it was more worry that she wasn't getting a balanced diet. Think I might have just put my foot in it. Anyway, since you're back from Natlan, these two must be the ones Varka mentioned. The Traveler and Paimon, yes?
Yep, that's us. So, from the sounds of it, you must be a close friend of Varka's too.
Varka? Goes without saying. After all, he's the only one around here who's ever managed to stay standing after 10 rounds of the roulette special.
Paimon can't believe he's made such a name for himself. Though, guess it's hardly surprising how.
Right now? Must be somewhere near Amsvartnir. That's quite far from here.
Huh? Where's that?
It's a lake in the northern part of Nodcry. Word reached him of trouble brewing around those parts, so he took his knights to check it out.
Oh. So, we missed him?
Varka knew you'd say that. So he specifically told me to make sure you stayed here and enjoyed yourselves. He sends his assurances that everything's under control.
confident. Guess our only option is to accept. Anyway, it's not like there's any special cause for concern. He is the Grand Master, after all.
Exactly. Plus, not only has he booked you into our finest room, he's paid for it in advance, too.
Whoa! That's so generous of him! We might not have met yet, but Paimon's got a feeling that we'll get along with Varka like a house on fire.
Oh, and by the way, he also asked me to serve up a portion of berries and fried meat for Anefa. That was prepaid as well.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm the one who should be grateful for your business.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you go ahead and drop off your luggage? I can use this time to go pick up some components that Aino asked me to bring back.
Sure thing. Besides, now that we've got ourselves a map, once we're done unpacking, we might as well go for a stroll ourselves. Why don't we meet up again later?
Oh. So you no longer require navigational assistance?
No worries. We should be fine. We've got a rough idea of our way around town, so Paimon's reasonably confident we shouldn't get too lost.
Thank you. This translates into an approximate time saving of 30%, meaning I will be able to see Aino about 45 minutes earlier than previously projected.
Oh, right. You must miss her a lot, too. In that case, we better get a move on.
It's so noisy here. Back in my day, we'd...
Feels pretty nice having someone sort out our food and lodging for us, huh? But is this really the flagship's best room? It's pretty big, make no mistake, but it looks a little worn out, right? Though, to be perfectly honest, that feels right at home with everything else we've seen of Nasha Town. You mean it's got something to do with Nodcry's history? Oh, that makes sense. But what exactly was this calamity? Oh, should we try the berries and fried meat too? Paimon's getting hungrier and hungrier every time someone mentions it. Oh, sorry about that. Paimon wasn't watching where she was going.
Please, there's no need to apologize. If anything, I'm the one who should be sorry. Clearly, I shouldn't have gotten lost in my thoughts in the middle of a hallway.
Wait a sec. Are you staying in the room next to ours?
Ah, quite the perceptive one, I see. First things first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kirill Chudamirovich Flintz, but please, just call me Flintz.
Whoa, that's an impressively long name for sure.
Ah, is that so? Names like mine ought to have been fairly common in Snezhnaya, at least in the past. Would I be correct then to assume that the two of you are travelers in this land?
Yep, you sure would be. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
What a rare honor it is to meet such worldly travelers.
Are you here for travel too?
If only I had the time to spare. No, I'm just staying the night.
Oh, so you're here for business?
That's certainly one way to put it. I'm a Ratnik of Nodcry, normally stationed near the burial grounds to the north. My sole cause for being here today was to repair this lantern of mine.
Burial grounds?
Your surprise is entirely understandable. Most people cannot even begin to fathom the idea of a life surrounded by tombstones and decay. But if you've heard of the calamitous abomination that is the Wild Hunt, you'll know that in their wake they bring a host of souls tainted by abyssal filth. That then is why we are stationed by the burial grounds, to hold the line where it is most vulnerable.
Oh, so it's all about fighting against the abyss. Oh, sounds like a tough job.
I thank you for your concern. But in truth, I've long since grown used to it. In fact, I like to think it rather suits me. If anything, I'd say I prefer the peace and quiet of a graveyard to the hustle and bustle of urban life.
Paimon sort of gets it now. But even so, she is still pretty sure she could never get used to living in a graveyard herself. For one thing, she'd be too scared to fall asleep at night.
Oh, I assure you, there's no need to worry on that account. The kind of ghosts you find in cemeteries aren't too big on talking. But even when they do, they're usually far more discreet than the living. Well, would you look at that? Who'd have thought we'd end up chatting this long? Must have a lot in common, huh? Forgive me, but I must excuse myself, for the time of my appointment draws near. And in terms I'm sure you'll understand, a lanternless Ratnik is like a mapless traveler. A serious conundrum indeed.
Oh, sure. In that case, you go right ahead. We won't keep you any longer.
Not at all. Should the opportunity present itself, I'd gladly continue our conversation another time. You're always welcome to come visit my grave. I mean, the grave I stand watch over. Your visit would bring much-needed light to that place of final rest.
Right.
Then allow me to wish you a traditional Ratnik's farewell. See you by the graveside.
Ugh. Jeez. What a weirdo. Not to badmouth him at all. In fact, he seemed pretty cultured, but at the same time, kinda spooky? Must be all that time he spent around graveyards. His lantern? No, not really. You mean, Guess you've always had a nose for stuff like this. If you're worried, you can always ask him the next— Hey, don't you start spouting all that weird stuff too.
Bow before your king! The glory to which none can compare! Especially not when I'm in a bad mood.
Paimon almost forgot something super important. Were we gonna go try out the berries and fried meat? But now, heading all the way back to the flagship feels like such a waste.
Please, accept today's boon. Come night or day, may the blessings of the moon goddess shine down upon you.
Huh? What's going on over there? Wait, free food? Wow, the people here are so nice! Quick, let's grab some too. Paimon's super curious what their food tastes like.
Moonlight illuminates the path before you, travelers from afar.
Huh? How'd you know we were travelers?
Just now were a song the birds in the sky, singing of your wanderings. You are no ordinary guests, it seems.
The birds and the— what now?
Forgive me. I should not have laid the words of others out as a welcome mat for our very first meeting. You, too, must be wondering who I am. I am Lauma, moon chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. Please, as do our followers and other passers-by, accept today's boon.
Happy to oblige. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this here is the Traveler. Thanks so much for sharing your yummy food with us. We'll take one each.
Think nothing of it. These fruits were the finest we found, delicacies gathered in the wake of the morning dew. It is my hope that partaking of them may lift your spirits to heights anew.
The finest you found? Wow! That sure is kind of you, but wouldn't you want to keep those for yourselves?
The first fruit of the harvest must be placed upon the moonlight altar. Not as an offering to the gods, but as a spark for lost hunters. For it is the blade of the starving that darkness most easily corrupts. As perhaps you have already heard, we Frost Moon Scions revere and worship the moon goddess. We believe that together, virtue and compassion are the shining light that will lead us all out of the long, dark night. And now, with tides of haughty Fatui swarming into Nodcry, driven by greed and greed alone, more than ever before, we must all unite under the banner of virtue.
Huh! Look who it is again. Those unsufferably kind-hearted Frostmoon scions. Got enough for us too?
That's right! 2 servings each! We're starving over here!
The Fatui! After what you've been doing to our sacred statues, how dare you even show your faces?
Wilhelmina, bestow today's boon upon our guests.
You hear that? No slacking now. We'll have the very best you got.
But, my lady, they...
Please, you two, accept this meal. But remember this. Kindness is the first lantern left to guide those who stumble in ignorance.
Come again?
Let me finish. But should they still refuse to follow the moonlit path, then by our frosted blades shall we show them its shadow.
You!
Hey, look who it is.
Whatever. Just you wait. We'll be coming for you next. Huh? Where's the meat? Who wants to eat this garbage?
Those stooges really are the worst.
Ever since they came to Nodcry with all their weird equipment and built that so-called experimental design bureau, our lives have been turned completely upside down.
Judging from how they reacted just now, it seems the Fatui already know who you are.
Well, we have gotten in their way in pretty much every nation we visited, so we're probably at the top of their blacklist by now.
I see. Then, on behalf of the Frostmoon Scions, I thank you for the goodwill you have shown us. Because if they had gotten ahead of themselves just now, I'm sure you would have stepped in to help. Just as the birds and beasts put it, your arrival heralds joy to us all. Besides, for a weary traveler far from home, what better respite than to bathe in the moonlight? You will always be welcome at the Frostmoon Enclave. The place we call May We Meet Again in the moon's gentle glow.
These are delicious! So refreshingly fresh! Those 2 Fatui wouldn't know a good thing if it came up and bit them on the shoulder. Looks like Inefa isn't done with her shopping yet, and the Adventurers Guild is still empty. Where should we head next? Good idea! Wouldn't want to let the Kuhenki down, after all. Let's see... Okay, Paimon's got our route all figured out. So, all that's left to say is, don't fall behind. This is Nuts and Nuts. It's mostly a fruit shop, but there's a crafting bench too. This is the Speranza, one of the travel guide's recommended restaurants. All the waiters here are kids. This is the Vesnici Prolacha greenhouse. Apparently, their flowers are all made of metal, so they'll never wilt away. And this is the Rossum Workshop. If you ever need a weapon made, this is the place to go. And over here, they've got a super tall observation deck. Whoa! Take a look at that! You can see really far out into the distance. That way's north, and that looks like something built by the Fatui? And then over there to the west, that must be the place Lauma mentioned, where the Frostmoon Scions live. So, what'd you think? Even if Inefa kinda stole her limelight earlier, this just goes to prove that Paimon's own tour guiding skills aren't too shabby either, right? She sure is. It'd take hundreds of years of practice to beat the best tour guide in all of Tibet. Huh? Look! There must be someone at the Adventurers Guild now. There's already a line forming outside. Looks like we'll finally be able to ask about your spaceship. Oh, Was there anywhere else you wanted to stop by first? Where? Which one are you... Oh. Now you mention it, Paimon's noticed it too. Ugh. Better not be who she thinks it is. Anyway, where we go first is completely up to you. Either the Adventurers Guild, or that suspicious-looking shop. A word of warning, though. If we step into that shop, be sure to keep a very close eye on your Mora.
Hi! Jay?
Lucky us! The line seems to be gone now. Come on, let's go say hi to Catherine. Hey, Catherine, we meet again.
How ridiculous.
Huh?
They often say that mortals, shackled by their own flesh and blood, may fail to perceive the truth of this world, even when it is right beneath their very noses. Yet I had not expected to have the pleasure to witness such heights of absurdity firsthand.
But Paimon must have gotten the wrong person. At second glance, you do seem a bit younger than Catherine, and you certainly sound a lot less friendly.
A creator might forgive ignorance, but being mistaken for one of my own creations is beyond all pardon. Look very closely, for standing before you is none other than Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers.
A Harbinger?
I told you already, I'm not Catherine. Just how obsessed are you with my machines? Today's encounter is merely a courtesy call. A friendly warning, if you will. You interfered with my work once before, with that little robot. I let it slide. After all, it was nothing more than a distraction, a side project at best. But we are in Nod Cry now. And as such, I strongly advise you not to stand in the Fatui's way. Otherwise, the next time we meet, I might just have to drop all this meaningless etiquette.
Oh, please. You've got some nerve coming out with barely veiled threats like that. You're the one stirring things up here.
Oh, perhaps you have misunderstood. Just because Nod Cry lacks a ruler at present, that does not mean it should not be ruled. We Fatui are simply establishing a new order.
Yeah, right. More like shady experiments, judging by your massive, creepy research facility.
I've said what I came to say. What you do next, only you can decide. So why don't you start by using your already limited processing capacity to calculate your even more limited options? And, being the refined young lady that I am, I shall indulge you just this once. Ad Astra Abasask. Welcome to Nod Cry, Dominion of the Fatui.
Ugh! Paimon's so mad right now! How can anyone so obviously evil be so annoyingly self-righteous? But if a Fatui Harbinger is here to greet us in person, that can only mean one thing. We'll have to be extra careful from here on out. Paimon hates feeling like she's being watched. Hey! The real Catherine's back!
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. How may I help? I will do everything I can to assist you.
Oh, you're so much nicer to talk to, Catherine. Please don't leave us again, okay?
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Please, here you go. And if you ever need anything else, don't forget to make the great Lord Sangama Bay your first port of call.
Oh dear. So it is the real deal.
Of course it's the real deal. Everything you'll find here is 110% real, meaning every one of my deals is as real as a deal can... Wait a minute. Well, if it isn't my two most valued clients! And with no small thanks to your munificent patronage. Come. How could you just sneak into Not Cry like this without telling your dear Lord Sangama Bay? If I'd known earlier, I would have made an absolute pulled out all the stops to ensure that your boat ride over was as comfortable as humanly possible.
Thank the Archons we didn't tell you.
Oh, come now! You know as well as anyone how impeccably and conscientiously above board I am when it comes to doing business.
Well, regardless of whether that's true or not, the main issue here is that we had no idea you had a branch in Notcry.
A clever merchant always has a backup plan, or two, or three up their sleeves. As the saying goes, a rabbit with many burrows fears not the hunter's arrows. A merchant with stores galore hears no debtors at the door. Since you're both here in Nodcry, would you care for some of my finest local souvenirs? Whatever you're looking for, I have it. Or if it's Sumeru you're missing, I've got that covered too.
We literally just arrived. Do we look like we're on the hunt for tourist trinkets to take back for our friends?
My, your high-minded tastes never cease to impress. In that case, I know just the thing. You must be on the hunt for something like this?
What's that? Your hat?
Information, of course. Information about Nodcry, locked securely in the otherwise impenetrable vaults of the Lord Sangama Bay's brilliant mind. I knew it! I just knew you'd appreciate the value of my wares. On the back of all our pleasant dealings in the past, I'll even take a hit by throwing in some insider info for free.
Wow. You sure are feeling uncharacteristically generous today.
What do you mean by uncharacteristically? I am the most generous person forget it. Anyway, the long and the short of it is this. The moment I set up shop in Nodcry, it struck me how many different factions there were, all competing against each other for power and influence. Well, as they say, there's no time for business like a crisis. Things got even more turbulent after the Fatui pulled down 2 ancient moons' remnants. People began to catch a whiff of the coming chaos. And the more troubled the waters, the greater the potential profit.
Not at all sorry to interrupt, but we're not here for Mora.
Oh, really? But surely it was the tales of an adventurer's paradise that brought you here. The chance to take your very own slice of all the latest and greatest business opportunities? In that case, what would you like to know about? What now? A spaceship? Nope, never heard of anything like that. Don't you two get involved in any big business here without so much as a heads up, you hear me? At the very least, consider letting me in as a key investor. The Frost Moon Scions? You mean the people who believe in the Moon Goddess? They're not a bad bunch, it's just... well, they have such simple tastes. No luxuries, no indulgences, no nothing. Trying to earn a little more from that lot is like trying to squeeze blood from a stone. Still, things between them and the Fatui have gotten pretty tense. It's only a matter of time before the powder keg goes boom. And when that happens, that's when business will start to boom too. Oh, they're an organization set up to keep the locals safe. Apparently, they have a long and glorious history, and they're made up entirely of volunteers. But seriously, a volunteer organization in Nodcry? This place is hardly a magnet for noble hearts. No pay, all work? That's not a business model, and it's certainly not for me. The Frost Moon Scions? Still, things between them and the Fatui have gotten pretty tense. Oh, they're an organization set up to keep the But seriously, a volunteer organization? Everyone knows they're here for the Ancient Moon's remnants, but no one's sure why they pulled them down in Nodcry of all places. Anyway, they've been acting mysterious enough, but if you ask me, that Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau of theirs up north hides secrets wilder still. That bunch of booze-loving monstaters? Ugh, don't even get me started. As fellow Outlanders, I thought they'd be easy pickings, but somehow, every single one of our business negotiations wound up at the flagship. I've done plenty of deals with heavy drinkers before, but those guys? I never once made it to the contract signing before blacking out. I'm getting flashbacks of the hangovers just thinking about it. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Sooner or later, you'll no doubt end up doing business with some other merchants in Nodcry. And someone's bound to mention a place called the Curatorium of Secrets. Listen to my advice. Do not, under any circumstances, go there, no matter how much trouble you're in.
The Curatorium of Secrets? What do they get up to there?
Just a place that handles all kinds of disputes. But the owner will charge you an absolute fortune, and she has a temper to match. Nothing like your friendly neighborhood, Lord Sangama Bay.
You're not just saying that to stop your competition from undercutting you, right?
When did that little pipsqueak get so sharp? And after I gave them all that info for free just to win them over. What do you mean? Of course not. I'm only thinking about your wallets. I mean, on behalf of your wallets.
You're really not convincing anyone, you know.
All right. Business is a cutthroat business. I won't argue with that. But I'm not lying about that boss lady. Not only did she make it into my top 3 people not to mess with in Nodcry, she's also in my top 3 people most eager to trade in favors.
Seriously? It feels like you're just bad-mouthing your rival now.
Fine. If you don't believe me, go see for yourselves. We might both be from Sumeru, but compared to hers, my conscience is so large, why, it could fill 3 whole palaces of Alcazar's. But when you realize what I'm saying is true, don't say that good old Lord Sangama Bay didn't warn you.